That's what I do. Work out by watching TV.
Texas has a lot of iconic foods. Chili is actually our state food, but nobody goes on chili road trips. In Texas, it's barbecue that brings that out in people. We have this shared love of barbecue that makes you want to go travel around, visit all these different restaurants, try the different styles. You drive 3 hours, you show up at 8 o'clock in the morning. The people are already in line. People who drive all that way, they aren't doing it so they can get the same thing they can get in Austin or Houston. They're getting something different. The first time I went all that way to Snow's Barbecue, it really just blew me away. This is special.
Appreciate everybody coming. If we can get you anything, don't hesitate to holler. Men's bathroom here gets a fence. Ladies is in the building. Ice chest full of beer there. Y'all help yourself.
There's an energy about coming to Snow's. Kerry Bexley, he's the owner there. He's walking around handing out cold beers, calling out raffle ticket numbers.
54. You can have a trip to the front of the line. You can have a t-shirt or cap, 10% off, or a bottle of sauce.
Getting the food and coming back out, the tables look right over the pit area. And soon you realize that really part of the whole event of going to Snow's is the famous pitmaster, Tootsie Tominets.
Tootsie's been cooking for over 50 years. She's an icon in the barbecue community. She is one of the hardest working people I've ever met.
At 85 years old, standing next to a giant fire, scooping those coals with a shovel, sweating like crazy. It's a process that is just incredibly painful for a 35-year-old to do, let alone an 85-year-old. This is a woman who is at the top of her craft. In 2008, Snow's was named the #1 spot in Texas barbecue. And I think a lot of that is the fact that so many cuts of meat that she cooks are not just good, but like special. And when you know how much effort went into that barbecue, there's no greater reward for taking a long trip to a barbecue joint than a hug from Tootsie.
Growing up in a small town, one day a year, we would have a community picnic. Everybody fried up chicken, and they had potato salads and blueberry cobblers. And in the afternoon, we'd play baseball. To think back the fun that we had, I miss that. Nowadays, we've moved too far away from each other. It seems like everybody's too fast and too big a rush and don't have time. Barbecue brings people together. It gives the people time to visit with each other more. People just kind of slow down to speak to one another and look at the bright side of life. A lot of people don't realize what a wonderful feeling that is.
So you think the idea of coming out this early in the morning for barbecue is ridiculous. And then you sit down and take a couple bites and you're like, okay, yeah, this all makes sense.
Hey, you.
I ain't gonna make it to church tomorrow.
Okay.
If you go back in the 1800s, Texas barbecue wasn't so much a food, it was an event. If you talked about a barbecue, the whole town was going to come together to celebrate something. They were going to celebrate the 4th of July, sometimes even Christmas. A rail line might finally make it to a town. That would be their celebration, is to have a big barbecue. Here in Central Texas, that tradition has gone on and on.
Barbecues on Saturday. It's totally a Texan thing. It's just a weekly event around the area. Anytime you barbecue or whatever, it's just another reason to bring friends and family together. That's what it's all about. For us, that's Tootsie's cooking. That's just part of the whole experience. I remember as a kid going and having lunch at Miss Tootsie. Remember coming out of the cooler carrying a quarter side of beef on her shoulder and throwing it down and going to cutting. That was a part of my life growing up, and it's still the same today. People know who she is. They know how long she's been doing it and the things she's seen. And that's the legacy of Miss Tootsie.
I was raised on a farm just at the end of the Depression, the oldest of 3 children. We lived out in the country, and times were tight.
Repeat all of that
We
2
didn't go out and buy
times.
groceries.
Bye for
Money was
now.
just too